Welcome to the official Monday Night Raw review and results video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and also ring those bells for all notifications. You know, there is a pay-per-view coming up on Sunday called Stomping Grounds. Just wanted to remind you guys about that. The sip of that water was better than 3 hours of Monday Night Raw tonight. That is your review. Have a good night. I could just end the review right there. I could. I literally could. I could end the review right there. Stomping Ground is this Sunday, folks. This Sunday, Stomping Ground. I look at the card right now on my phone, as you guys see right here. I have the card literally on my phone. Literally on my phone. I have the card. I look at this card. So far, we have 8 matches announced on the card. 8 matches announced. Out of those 8 matches on the card, how many of those are rematches since WrestleMania? Since WrestleMania. I asked the question. Do me a favor. Look at the card on Stomping Ground. Look it up on Google. Look at the matches on the card for Stomping Ground. How many of those are rematches after WrestleMania? I would love to know. How many? 4. The answer to that question is 4. Bayley versus Alexa Bliss for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Do you care? Mind you, we're having a moment of bliss tomorrow on SmackDown Live with Alexa Bliss being on SmackDown and her special guest host is fucking Bayley. Let that sink in. Then we're going to get Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Did we see this match back at WrestleMania? With Roman winning at WrestleMania? What are the odds of Drew beating Roman at Stomping Ground? None. Zitch to none. Zip to none. Becky Lynch versus Lacey Evans for the Raw Women's Championship. Didn't we see this match at Money in the Bank? Lacey Evans was doing this all blah, blah, blah. Chick, chick, chat. Chick, chat, 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 chick, chat, chat. Get your ass kicked in under 10 minutes. Expect me to care this time around? No. Seth Rollins versus Baron Corbin for the Universal Championship. Wasn't it Baron Corbin supposed to appoint a special guest referee for that match? That's the whole point of the special guest referee. We're not supposed to find out last minute. If Corbin last week was going to say that he was going to appoint a special guest referee, he should have done that last week. Now, whoever is this fucking special guest referee for Stomping Ground on Sunday, are you going to care? No, I'm not going to care either. And on top of that, we've seen this match at Stupid Showdown. Super Letdown, Stupid Showdown, whatever the fuck you want to call it. What makes you think Baron Corbin, this time around, in the fucking States, is going to beat Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship? None. None. What are the odds, you say? None. Kofi Kingston, another match you've seen back at Stupid Showdown. Dolph Ziggler versus Kofi Kingston. We've seen this match already. This time it's going to be a Stomping Ground inside of a steel cage for the WWE Championship. Again, I asked the question, what are the odds of Dolph winning the championship at Stomping Ground? None. 0. Nada. We've seen this match already at fucking Super Showdown. What are the odds of this happening again? Samoa Joe versus Ricochet. Now that is fresh. It's fresh. It's something new. I can appreciate fresh and new. I can. I'm not gonna lie to you. Samoa Joe versus Ricochet will probably steal the fucking show at fucking Stomping Ground. I was gonna say fucking Super Showdown. God bless me. God bless me. New Day. Xavier Woods and Big E going up against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Didn't we see them last week in a 6-man tag? This time with Kofi and Dolph. I ask, why are we getting this match up at fucking Stomping Ground on Sunday? Why are we getting this match? Hello? Is anybody there? No? Okay. What's wrong with these people? What the fuck is up with this fucking company? Who's gonna care about a New Day versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn matchup? Who's gonna give a shit? Are you fucking serious, dude? Come on. Come on. Then we're getting Tony Nese against a opponent to be determined. I'm probably going to assume that we're going to get this fucking tomorrow at 205 Live for the Cruiserweight Championship at Stomping Ground. I'm not going to shit on 205 Live, but people have said, oh, it's a dead brand. I haven't watched 205 Live, so I'm not going to sit here and shit on it. I'm not. Look at the card for Stomping Ground, and you ask yourself, how many of these matches are rematches after WrestleMania? You got WrestleMania, then Money in the Bank, then Super Showdown. That's 3 pay-per-views. How many of these matches are main events? How many of these are rematches? At least 4, for what I'm counting. At least 4. Roman versus Drew, Becky versus Lacey, Rollins against Corbin, and Kofi versus Ziggler. Again, Roman versus Drew, we've seen this at WrestleMania. Becky versus Lacey, we've seen this at Money in the Bank. Rollins versus Corbin and Kingston versus Ziggler, we've seen this at Super Showdown. We've seen this in the last 3 months. Yet people are going to defend this shit as if they're getting fucking paid by Vince McMahon and WWE. Don't be a fucking casual. The one thing I don't like is having my intelligence insulted. Oh, people, the fans want motherfucking difference, Chris. Oh, let's just put the same matches we booked from WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, and Super Showdown. The people won't know a difference, though. The people won't know a fucking difference. Are you fucking serious? Use your brain, people. Use your fucking brain. Use your fucking brain. If you can't use your fucking brain on professional wrestling, maybe you shouldn't be watching a product, period. This past weekend, now I'm gonna apologize to you guys for not giving you guys content on Saturday and Sunday because there was just no news during the past weekend. There was just no news. A few minor stories here and there on Thursday and Friday's episodes, but nonetheless, no fucking news this whole entire weekend, and I apologize for that. I apologize for that. This past weekend, I think it was Saturday to be exact. Saturday or Sunday to be exact. I'm looking over the internet to see what's going on professional wrestling and stuff. Any type of news, if anything. And I look at the card for NXT TakeOver Toronto. I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, but I didn't read no spoilers. Didn't read no spoilers. I just looked at the card for NXT TakeOver Toronto. SummerSlam weekend, to be exact. I am going to sit here and I'm going to tell you guys this right now. The card for NXT TakeOver Toronto, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. The card for NXT TakeOver Toronto could be, if not, is better than NXT TakeOver New York. Now, you guys know how NXT TakeOver New York was. My honest opinion, the greatest takeover they've ever produced. Am I expecting NXT TakeOver Toronto to be that much better than New York? Possibly. Depending how you guys feel about it, depending who you talk to. Now, I did read on the podcast, episode 32, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, episode 32. I read a report that Triple H is going to go all out, literally and figuratively, all out, with NXT TakeOver Toronto. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that is the last takeover before AEW's All Out in 2 weeks after TakeOver Toronto, on the 31st to be exact. You look at AEW's card, already only 2 matches, yet AEW All Out sold out in just 15 minutes. You don't think for 1 second Triple H is going to go all out with NXT TakeOver Toronto? If you guys look at the card for NXT TakeOver Toronto, again, I'm not going to spoil nothing. But just know, if you look at that card for NXT TakeOver Toronto, like I said, it could be better. If not, it's going to be better than NXT TakeOver New York. Triple H is going to go all out for NXT TakeOver Toronto. Expect him to go all out. Expect him to go literally and figuratively, no pun intended, all out. Literally. Let Triple H, trust me, Triple H has everything under control with NXT. Everything under control. Now, that's just my thoughts on that. Monday Night Raw tonight. People told me that the show was a 5.5 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10. Some people told me that the show was fucking terrible. People told me that the show was horrendous. I guess you could say this is going to be a review/reaction video, because I only came in to work. I came home from work at 10:45, and I just called right on time with the Seth Rollins Daniel Bryan match. And I gotta ask, why are we getting a Seth Rollins Daniel Bryan main event with no build? With no build. Also, we got a fatal 5-way to determine the number 1 contender to face Samoa Joe at Stomping Ground for the U.S. title. Mind you, the same 4 people was used. The same 4 people was used. Strowman, Miz, Lashley, and Cesaro. They were used to become the number 1 contender, and then except for Corbin, you put Ricochet. Remember how before Super Showdown that they added a fatal 5-way to determine the number 1 contender for the Universal Championship? It was the same 4 men. Instead of this time around, instead of fucking Baron Corbin, it's Ricochet. How lazy can you be? How lazy can you be? It's just fucking lazy. We'll go over it here on the review. People told me that the first hour of Monday Night Raw was solid. People told me that the first hour of Raw was good. People told me it was good. Some people told me it was completely fucking terrible. I'll find out right now. And I'll tell you guys if it was good or not. We're going to go over everything that happened on Raw tonight here on the review right here on the channel. If you guys don't know who I am, I'm your boy Chris. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel on this Monday, June 17th, 2019. Thank you guys so much for tuning back into the channel. If you guys thought that Monday Night Raw was terrible, leave a thumbs up. If you guys are excited that the Toronto Raptors are NBA champions, leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of Monday Night Raw tonight. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you guys are wrestling fans or sports fans just like I am, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications for daily wrestling content. Check out episode 32 of the Reality Podcast, live on the channel right now. I think this was Friday's upload. Episode 32. Triple H going all out with NXT TakeOver Toronto. I don't blame him whatsoever. Link to episode 32 of the Reality Podcast is in the annotation that you see on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. And check out episode 31. You guys should see the beginning of this podcast. Straight fucking savage. Possible payoff for Shane McMahon's push could lead him to the WWE title. I hope that does not happen, but people are saying it's just speculation. So just take that as of right now with a grain of salt. The The link to episode 31 of the Reality Podcast will be in the annotation that you see on the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are connecting with your boy Chris on social media. Twitter, Chris from Loring, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. Let's review Monday Night Raw from the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. We're going to kick off Raw tonight. Raw opened up with Elias in the center of the ring. The Drifter begins by insulting a Los Angeles sports star. I guess it was LeBron James. I'm thinking he's fucking insulting. He says the people in LA are more toxic than the air. No, Elias. Vince is more toxic than anything on this fucking planet. The way he runs Monday Night Raw. Elias then takes off his jacket to reveal a referee's shirt underneath. He says Baron Corbin asked him to be the special guest referee this Sunday at Stomping Ground. Before he can go any further, though, Seth Rollins attacks him from behind with a steel chair. Rollins beats Elias repeatedly with a chair before grabbing a microphone. Rollins says anyone who considers joining forces with Baron Corbin will get the same thing as Elias. He looks at the steel chair and says there will be nothing waiting for Corbin but more the same, then leaves. So Rollins cuts a quick promo before the beginning of Monday Night Raw. Elias is starting to turn into a bitch for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Elias has sunk down since he won the 24/7 championship a couple weeks ago. Sunk down to a point where I just don't care about Elias at all. So The Miz makes his entrance for the Fatal 5-Way match to find a new #1 contender for the U.S. title for Stomping Ground. Elias just got to his feet, so Miz hits him with a skull crusher finale. Lashley makes his entrance next, and he hits Elias with a spear. That's followed by a swing from Cesaro, a core breaker from Ricochet, and a running power slam from Strowman. Poor Elias. Poor Elias. Tough. Very, very tough. Turns out this was a Fatal 5-Way elimination match. Wasn't that supposed to be a Fatal 5-Way elimination match for the #1 contendership for the Universal Championship? But they changed that real quick. Real quick, they changed that. So we got Strowman versus Lashley versus Cesaro versus Ricochet versus The Miz. And the winner will face Samoa Joe at Stomping Ground for the United States Championship. Lashley was first eliminated. Braun gets back up and hits him with another power slam for his second elimination. Well, Cesaro got eliminated first. And then Lashley got eliminated. I'm skipping ahead. I apologize. That's how much I don't care about this fucking show. So, we're going to rewind real quick. Elias gets out. The match officially gets underway. Cesaro gets eliminated first. As soon as the bell rings, Strowman runs and drops kicks Lashley and Cesaro. Lashley and Cesaro team up to get in some offense on the big man. Cesaro hits a huge slam before Braun hits him with a power slam. Strowman scoops up Lashley and power slams him onto Cesaro. He pins the Swiss Superman. So Strowman eliminates Cesaro and Bobby Lashley. Lashley gets eliminated second. Lashley returns and hits Strowman with a suplex. However, Braun gets back up and hits him with another power slam of his second elimination. For his second elimination. So Cesaro and Lashley are out of the picture. So it's down to Strowman, Ricochet, and The Miz. The Monster Among Men runs around the ring to show the attack of Ricochet and The Miz. Cesaro and Lashley come back and attack Strowman together despite being eliminated. Lashley hits him with a spear as Strowman hits Miz on his shoulder. Cesaro hits a neutralizer, then tells Ricochet to hit his finisher. King Ricochet hits a 630 and Lashley and Cesaro help him get the pin. Braun Strowman gets eliminated. Braun is angry as hell. He grabs Ricochet and throws him over the top rope onto Lashley. He then throws Miz and shoves Cesaro onto the LED entrance as he leaves. Then it's down to Miz and Ricochet as we head to commercial break. So we're down to Ricochet and The Miz. The winner of this match will face Samoa Joe on Sunday at Stomping Ground for the United States Championship. Again, with no build whatsoever. We return and just in time to see Ricochet hits Miz with a Hurricane Rana. Ricochet jumps onto the apron, but Miz yanks his feet and he hits the apron. Miz gets into the ring and looks for a drop kick to the outside, but Ricochet dodges it. Ricochet then hits a tope to the outside before getting Miz back in. The match keep on going on to the ending. Ricochet is able to reverse the pressure after the Miz hits a figure four. Ricochet is able to reverse the pressure, but the Miz reverses it back again. So Ricochet grabs the ropes to force the break. Miz grabs Ricochet and looks for the figure four again, but Ricochet holds him up for a near fall. Miz goes to the apron and leaps for a springboard axe handle, but Ricochet catches him with a box code breaker. Ricochet then drags himself up to the ropes and hits a 630 for the win. So Ricochet wins. Ricochet will face Samoa Joe on Sunday for the United States Championship. Okay, the right man won here. I'm not gonna lie to you. The right man won. No cap there. I said this in the open of the Raw review. I expect Ricochet and Samoa Joe to steal the entire show on Super Showdown. I keep thinking about fucking Super Showdown. My fucking God. On Stomping Ground on Sunday. Forgive me, folks. I do not want to sit here and review this fucking show. I don't. But I'm just here for you guys anyways. I expect these two to steal the show at Stomping Ground. I do. The right man won here, Ricochet. Samoa Joe needs a good babyface to even defend the U.S. title against. Ricochet is that good babyface. He's great in the ring. He can talk on the mic. He's great in the ring. He's really physical. He's really a great athlete. I expect Joe and Ricochet to steal the show at Stomping Ground on Sunday. Of course, as soon as the match is over, Samoa Joe comes into the ring and attacks Ricochet. Joe stomps him down, then runs at him, but Ricochet pulls the ropes and Joe flies over the rope to the floor. Ricochet follows up with a tope to Joe. Ricochet gets back in the ring and poses. They will go toe-to-toe for the U.S. title on Sunday. Like I said, I expect Ricochet and Samoa Joe to steal the entire show on Sunday. Should be a good match, though. I'm not gonna lie to you. Should be a good matchup. We see a picture from the MTV Movie Awards where Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch went as boyfriend and girlfriend. Can I just really go off the record here on this? Nobody cares that Rollins and Becky are dating. Nobody cares. Why are they showing on live television on Monday Night Raw and in public on a MTV Movie Awards show on the red carpet? Everybody knows that Becky and Seth are dating. Everybody knows. Nobody cares. Let them live their life. Let them have their privacy. Let them be. Let them be. Lynch makes her entrance to a nice reception. She asks Evans to come out now. It carries on and says she has listened to Evans week after week after week. Next time she comes within striking distance of the man, though, she'll take her out. She says she'll do the people of Los Angeles a favor by kicking her ass all over the city. I've been hearing a lot of chit chat from Becky Lynch. I've said this time and time again, and I'm going to keep saying this. Becky has been overexposed. Becky has been overexposed. It's true. Especially after WrestleMania. Overexposed. Evans makes her entrance and says nobody cares about Becky Lynch. She says Lynch has it all wrong. She makes Lynch mad because she doesn't understand her. Lynch says she understands that Evans would rather stand on the stage and talk slowly than come to the ring and fight. Evans says that Lynch sees her as nothing more than a pretty dress, a classy hat, and a flawless figure. But she's been through more than Becky can imagine. Lynch asks if this is the part where Evans tries to pull on her heartstrings. Evans says this is Tinseltown, And they should make a movie about her. Because unlike Becky Lynch, she's actually a Marine. Lynch says she knows Evans' story, and that makes her all the more confusing. Why would a Marine attack from behind? Lynch says she respects who Evans was and what she did, but who is she now is pure trash. No, Becky. What's pure trash is Monday Night Raw, period. This whole show is fucking pure trash. Vince is pure trash. Just saying. Evans rambles on for a minute about being what the women's division needs and how this Sunday she'll take the title and bring dignity to it. As she's climbing into the ring, Lynch grabs her and hits the Bexploder. Lynch then grabs her fancy hat and adorns it as she leaves up the ramp. Was this a waste of time of a segment for you guys? Let me know. Was this a complete waste of everybody's time of a segment? If it did, sound off in the comment section. Let me know. I don't care about this matchup whatsoever. I really don't care. I really don't care. The camera then pans from the arena backstage where we find the Revival walking with the titles and wearing nice clothes. They find Shane's lounge and walk in to find McMahon and McIntyre drinking champagne. Charlie Caruso, Bay, is backstage with Baron Corbin. As she asks about Rollins attacking Elias, she says Elias is no longer going to be the referee on Sunday. Corbin says what happened, happened. But he's a very important guy, and he has lots of friends. Do you really, Mr. Corbin? Do you really? He will reveal who the new referee is later tonight on the Kevin and Sami show. Caruso runs, and Corbin turns around and gets him by a chair from Seth Rollins. Rollins kneels down and says he would offer Corbin a seat, but he has more work to do. Funny. Funny. Don't care. Don't care. The Viking Raiders. Oh my God. The Viking Raiders will be in action next. Oh my God. We found them, people. We found them. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, the Planet's Tag Team Champions, come out on stage. Bryan says he understands why he was asked to be the wild card tonight. Because both Raw and Los Angeles suck. No, Mr. Daniel Bryan, sir. Monday Night Raw sucks more than anything else in this fucking world. Told him to correct you there, Mr. Daniel Bryan, sir. He asked LA. He says LA is the smug capital of America and is full of ignorant and impotent people. However, he and Rowan are here for life, are here to life them from the smug and excite them. And tonight he will do just that by destroying Seth Rollins. In doing so, he will show Raw that he and Rowan are the greatest tag team in history. What's you want me to say about this? Huh? We all know why Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan are part of the wild card tonight. Of the wild card rule tonight. We all know why. We all know why. We get the Viking Raiders going up against Rusty and Randy Taylor. Yeah, this is some tag team division you have there, Vince. Some tag team division. You have the Viking Raiders coming up from NXT, dropping the NXT Tag Team Championships with no explanation whatsoever. You put them in the ring against two jobbers. Yet this is the same company that has to compete with All Elite Wrestling. Mr. Khan, knock, knock, knock. So far, Mr. Khan, you're doing a fantastic job. Fuck Vince. Fuck Vince, just saying. The bell rings and Eric hits Rusty with a drop kick. This match is a complete fucking squash, literally. Then pulls Randy into the ring and hits a belly-to-belly suplex. He tags Ivar, who springboards off the ropes and hits a spinning clothesline to Randy. They hit Randy with their finisher, and that's that. A squash. A complete fucking squash. The Viking Raiders win. I don't care. My fucking God, I don't care. The camera shows the fans at ringside, but Carmella and R-Truth were sitting there, disguised. Suddenly, all the jobbers come running down, and Truth slides under the ring. Hold on. I need to. What Arnold would always tell me when it comes to Raw and SmackDown every single week. Chris, cue the music. Oh, believe me, I'm going to. Motherfucker, I'm going to. If I can find the fucking song real fucking fast. Don't tell me this guy deleted it. Don't tell me this guy deleted it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me this guy deleted it. I don't think he did. Did he? No, he did not. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me a second. Ready? Guys, cue the music. Again. There you go. There you go, folks. There you go. Sad. Sad. They can't find him and accidentally pull Titus out from underneath. Eventually, Truth and Carmella come up the other side. They chase through the crowd and to the back. The 24/7 championship is a fucking joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. Also, I found out that Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins were going after the 24/7 championship. Tough. Absolutely tough. Pog tough. Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Baron Corbin are backstage comparing notes. The Kevin and Sami Zayn show will be next. We're back with McMahon, McIntyre, and the Revival in their lounge. Heath Slater walks in and he's talking to them, but for some reason Cole is talking over them. It seems Slater says money is tight and he needs a raise, and Revival burst out laughing. Shane says it takes balls to come in and ask for a raise. He says the answer is no and tells Slater to leave. He then instructs Drew to take care of that. Drew follows Slater out of the room. He says he's sorry. They go way back and he needs to do something to make up for this. Drew McIntyre then drops some money on the floor, and when Heath bends to pick it up, he shoves him into steel cargo. He slams Slater's head off the wall over and over until he's pulled off by the Revival, and Shane, as McMahon is taking McIntyre back into the room, Dawson and Dash grab all the money McIntyre dropped and stuffed it in their pockets. Attention to detail there real quick. The simple fact that they have Heath Slater and Drew McIntyre talk, you know how they went back in their fucking 3MB days. That was embarrassing in itself. I like how Drew did what he did to fuck up Heath Slater. But, again, I gotta say this every single time. Drew is turning into Shane's pussy dog. Yup, I said it. Drew McIntyre is turning into a fucking pussy. And that is sad to see. That is very, very sad to see. Okay. Me loving Drew McIntyre, I'm done with Drew. I'm done with Drew. Done. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are in the ring for the Kevin and Sami show. It's all about Kevin Owens' graphics, into which he apologizes to Sami. They introduce Baron Corbin, who makes his way to the ring, favoring his arm that Rollins attacked with a chair. Zayn says he wants to let Corbin know it's a safe space. Unlike the rest of the company, he can assure Corbin he won't get attacked here. They say they get attacked all the time, so they want to withdraw their names from being Corbin's referee on Sunday. Zayn says they want Corbin to enlighten everyone as who his referee will be. Corbin says he had a lot of people in line waiting for the opportunity. Yeah, I bet. Right down to the street. But he chose the man who thinks can best count to 3. EC3. EC3 then makes his entrance, but Seth Rollins comes out and attacks him with a steel chair from behind. Seth walks to the back as Corbin shouts at him for attacking every referee. Corbin turns back to Seth and Sami and says it's back to the drawing board. We have an awkward minute where nothing happens before the New Day makes their entrance. I smell an impromptu match from here. I do. The New Day come down and feigning concern for EC3, who is still lying on the stage. Zayn tells it to cut the music because they aren't guests. They aren't even wild cards. Kofi says he's the WWE champion. He's not my champion. Kofi Kingston, I'm going to say this now. Kofi Kingston is not my WWE champion. He's not. Which means he can only be on, which means he can be on any show he wants. And he's going to bring his boys with him. Owens says Kofi shouldn't be worried about what his boys or the fans want because next chance he gets, he will take the title from him. Yeah, sure. You said that back at Money in the Bank. Yeah, sure. Kofi says Owens has felt before, and so has Dolph. Corbin challenges them to a match, but Woods says there is no referee out there to sanction the match. Biggie gets a bright idea and grabs EC3. The crowd begins to chant for EC3 as Woods and Biggie hold him up. He's completely knocked out. Woods asks if EC3 can officiate the match. Then he and Biggie wag them up and down. Weekend at Bernie style. Woods asked if he can make the match official, and Kobe puts on a high-pitched voice to say yes. And it's happening right now. The New Day then drop EC3 to make their way down to the ring. Oh my God. Can I just move on from the show, please? Do I have permission for you guys to move on from the show? Thank you. Please. We go backstage to the trainer's room where we find AJ Styles. Styles has been cleared to wrestle. Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows walk in the room with white jackets on, pretending to be doctors. Styles says he was thinking about them. He says 3 years ago they made their debuts in the Staples Center. Styles says they were cool in Japan and out there in WWE having classic matches. Styles then says they got comfortable making money. Literally, they did. Styles asked when is the last time they won a match or were on Raw. When is the last time they were on WWE? They need to get serious. Styles misses the old Gallows and Anderson. Anderson says they have a match against the Usos. They'll show how serious they are when they beat them. Yeah, sure. We get a best 2 out of 3 falls match. Why? Oh, we're getting a best 2 out of 3 falls match between the New Day versus Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Baron Corbin. I ask why. I'm not going to go over what happened here, but just know the New Day won the first fall. No, actually, the New Day won 2 falls. They won 2 falls straight. I'm not going to go over everything that happened because this is a complete waste of everybody's time. The New Day win the best 2 out of 3 falls match. I don't care. We go backstage to see Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. My God, have they fucked up Nikki Cross at this fucking point. Bliss gives her a new mug, and there's a scroll inside it. It says the goddess invites her to be her tag partner in a tag team championship match against the Iconics. Now, TM mentioned this last week. Why is Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss paired up if you're not going to have them go after the women's tag team championships? Oh! Speaking of the women's tag team championships, daily reminder, people, the Iconics are the most worthless team in company history, and the women's tag team championships are the most irrelevant and most worthless pieces of trash in WWE history. Triggered, mad, salty, pissed, I don't give a fuck. Smile. Cross gets very excited and Bliss says she wants to prove to Bayley in particular what a women's tag champ should be to fans. Yeah, sure. Once again, we have Bliss as the babyface on Raw and a heel on SmackDown. Why? On Monday Night Raw, we get Alexa Bliss as a babyface. Meanwhile, on SmackDown, she's a fucking heel. Why? Hello? Can I find out why Alexa Bliss is a babyface on Monday Night Raw and a heel on SmackDown Live? Please, I want to know. I want to fucking know why. Please. Tell me. Paul Heyman is shown backstage and Cole asks if Lesnar will be cashing in tonight. Shameless. No. You think Brock is going to be on Raw tonight? No. No. How far am I into this fucking show? I'm only halfway there. My fucking God. I'm only 40 minutes into the fucking show. We're back and Paul Heyman is getting into the ring. Heyman introduces himself and who his client is. He says he isn't comfortable being out here tonight when Seth Rollins is here smashing everyone with a chair. However, he isn't a physical threat. He says he will not be the referee on Sunday. He does not want to be. He says you have to be an idiot to accept Corbin's offer. This is the only positive thing that I've heard all fucking night. Paul Heyman says you have to be an idiot to accept Corbin's offer. Best thing I've heard all night. No cap. Heyman asks what the Lakers and Rollins have in common. They both traded away their balls. What Heyman mentioned by that, what he meant by that was AD traded Lonzo Ball. No, was that the Lakers traded Lonzo Ball. That's where he got the balls from. He traded Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, and 4 first-round draft picks for Anthony Davis. That's what he meant on that reference. Funny. Clever. He said the Lakers traded their ball so that LeBron could have a playmate. And Rollins traded his balls for a chair because he isn't man enough to face Brock Lesnar. Heyman says Lesnar also knows how to swing a steel chair, so if Seth is vulnerable after his match with Bryan tonight, just maybe Lesnar will be here waiting in the wings. He says maybe it'll be tonight, maybe it'll be Sunday. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if Lesnar comes in on Sunday to cash in. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. But we will go over that on episode 33 of the reality podcast on Friday with the preview and predictions. We see Corbin backstage trying to convince Eric Young to be the referee on Sunday. Young says he'll consider it, but almost immediately Rollins wakes up with the chair. Rollins says he wasn't going to consider the offer. Rollins says he knows Young wouldn't accept it. They go back a long way. He turns to leave, but then whacks him with the chair. He batters him with it repeatedly. Can I ask why is Rollins hitting everybody else with a steel chair? At this point, I bet it got annoying at this point. I bet it just got straight annoying. I bet. We see Jimmy and Jey Uso backstage. They say, seems like that Gallows and Anderson mean business tonight. Well then, let's send a message to the rest of the division. So we get a matchup between the Usos and Anderson and Gallows. This match was quick. The Usos win. I'm not going to go over everything. Just know Jay hit a super kick to Gallows. Then Jimmy comes back and hits a double super kick to Gallows. They get the pin. Nobody cares. Nobody fucking cares. Anderson and Gallows are visibly annoyed, as is AJ backstage. We see Shane McIntyre and Revival still partying backstage. Roman is showing walking around. Still to come, Daniel Bryan versus Seth Rollins. And oh my God, I bet Michael Cole said, here comes the big dog. Roman Reigns, which is the Prince of Los Angeles. I don't know why. Oh yeah, you might as well call this wildcard rule, change it, refurbish it into the Roman Reigns rule. Because Roman wasn't on Raw for the past 2 weeks. For the past 2 weeks. Now, he's on Raw tonight. We see how it's a shame being Roman at Super Showdown. Reigns will face Drew McIntyre Stomping Ground on Sunday. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go everything that happened here in this segment. I don't care. All we know is Roman says Super Showdown was not a good week for him. Blah, blah, blah. Shane appears on the television screen on the fucking Titantron. Blah, blah, blah. Shane said this guy's a psychopath. No. Drew McIntyre then said the only reason he isn't out there right now is because of Shane. Blah, blah, blah. He says he will physically assault Roman until it's very uncomfortable. Blah, blah, blah. Roman then leaves the ring, makes his way through the crowd towards the back. Meanwhile, blah, blah, blah. Drew is mentioning that Roman is in Hobbs and Shaw, so fans should see it before he's disfigured. Blah, blah, blah. Roman is met by Dash and Dawson, whom he punches and throws into a garage door. Blah, blah, blah. Roman finds Shane's office and walks inside where he hits Drew before slamming Shane into a wall. Roman lifts Drew and slams him through the table before chasing Shane back into the arena. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, can this show get any fucking worse than it already is already? Shane hops the barricade, but Roman leaps over it after him and lands on Shane. Roman beats McMahon around ringside and tosses him into the ring. Roman hits the Superman punch followed by a spear. He grabs the microphone and says, "Crawl to the back and tell Drew I'm gonna whip his ass on Sunday." Blah, blah, blah. And then the show gets worse from here. Payne West and Billy Kay come out and make fun of their opponents, saying they aren't a real team or worthy. I think the Iconics are talking about themselves. Aren't the real team. I mean, they are a real team, but they're just not worthy enough. Not worthy. And they will never, ever be worthy enough. They say Alexa is a former champion and compares it to LeBron James. Was a champion until he joined the Lakers. Too many fucking Laker and LeBron James references tonight on Raw. You fucking serious? We're in the fucking off season in the fucking NBA. My God. They just have to do this. Seriously. They say the only people in LA with bright futures is them because they are boring. The nose said iconic, but they said boring. I said boring. Cross and Bliss make their entrance. Bailey comes out to watch the match, meaning Bliss is a babyface and a heel at the same time. Then we get a matchup between the Iconics defending the Women's Tag Team Championships against Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss. I wonder if people on social media are going to say, "Oh, Chris, Nikki and Alexa are an actual team." Ha 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 ha. I didn't watch Raw, you fucking cretin. So suck my dick. Suck my dick. Dry. Blow me. Fuck the Iconics. Like I said, they're the worst women's tag team champions of all time. Those two women, I should say, I forgot to say fucking men. Women can't even take a fucking bump. The Iconics and Alexa Bliss have something in common. They can't take a fucking bump. Factual. Nothing but facts there. I'm not going to go over this match because I just don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care. The Iconics retained the Women's Tag Team Championships. Fucking why? 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 Bliss and Bailey come face to face and the Goddess shoves the champion. The Iconics double team Cross, and while Bailey pulls Alexa off the apron, Royce pulls her, rolls her up for the win. Nikki Cross is 6 feet deep buried, dead. If you get pinned by the Iconics and you're a fucking woman, you're buried. You're absolutely fucking buried. Fuck the Iconics. They're the worst team in fucking wrestling history, period. Period. The worst team, period. And they're the worst women's tag team champions of all time. Factual. After the match, Alexa attempts to explain to and consult Cross. The Firefly Funhouse is up next. Thank God. Finally, we're almost at the main event. This show's almost fucking over. Thank fucking Christ. How long am I in here? 49 minutes in. We're back in the Firefly Funhouse and Bray are gardening. He said, "Our minds are like gardens. They just need a little water." and sunshine to make your ideas grow. Some ideas are like worms, though, and that's not good. He says, throughout your life, people will lie to you. He says, he bets your parents told you the earth is round, but they haven't traveled around it. And he bets your teachers told you dinosaurs are extinct. Wyatt says he knows different. That's why he built this place, so they can be all together. All the Firefly Funhouse characters come out. Wyatt wants everyone to join him where the fun never ends. All the characters say, join us. Wyatt says people worship what they fear, and fear is power. He says follow the leader, and then get a super creepy montage of the Muscle Man dance song playing in different styles, like pop and metal. While we see clips of scared kids abandoning places, Worms and Bray's alter ego, The Fiend. Bray appears in a mask and growls, "Let me in." I can tell that I could tell that the Firefly Funhouse was once again the best part of the show. Best part of the show. Now, I said this on the podcast, I believe Friday. They have plans for Bray Wyatt. You have them show up after SummerSlam. That's what I would do. Don't have Bray come back towards going to SummerSlam. I will have Bray Wyatt come back after SummerSlam. And if anything, they can put him towards the U.S. Championship against Ricochet. Or if anything else, put him in a U.S. title match. Or have him against Rollins for the Universal Championship. I wouldn't mind the Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins match for the Universal title. I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind that. I think that would be a great feud. We see Seth walking backstage and he stops beside Becky Lynch. They smile and nod at each other before walking the opposite way. Finally, guys, going to the main event. Seth Rollins versus Daniel Bryan in the main event. I don't care. Rollins wins via disqualification the first time around. Then the match restarted because there was a brawl going around between Rowan, Seth, Daniel Bryan, the New Day, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, the Revival, and the Usos. They were big brawls. So the match restarted again. I really don't know why, but whatever. Rollins wins with a stomp. He pins Daniel Bryan. The match, I only caught the last 15 minutes of this match. The matchup. The match wasn't really that bad. I got back from commercial break. I came back home from work after the commercial break, and right on time, I think they restarted the match again. I seen that part of the match. The matchup wasn't even that bad. The match was really that bad. But Rollins wins. He beats Bryan with a stomp for the win. The match was great. Would I want to see a feud between Daniel Bryan and Seth Rollins? I wouldn't mind it. Especially for the Universal Championship, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind that at all. It would be a good feud. I wouldn't really mind it. Rollins makes his exit up the ramp with the Universal title, but Corbin attacks him from behind with a steel chair. Rollins rolls down the ramp, but Corbin hits him again. Corbin lays in another shot and puts him in the ring. Corbin hits the end of days to Seth and holds the title as the show goes off the air. I could tell this was a complete waste of time of a show. I can tell. This was the go-home show before Stomping Ground. An event, a pay-per-view that nobody even cares about. I don't care about it. You don't care about it. I'm sure that the majority of the people in the community don't care about this show. Just take me to NXT TakeOver Toronto. That's it. Now, this show was a complete waste of time. I didn't care for the show one bit. I didn't watch the show. I missed only 2 hours and 45 minutes of Monday Night Raw. Only caught the last 15 minutes of the show. That's it. I don't know what else you want me to tell you. I could tell from a vibe while I was reading the notes that the show was a complete waste of time. People told me that the first hour of Raw wasn't that bad of a first hour. But the second and third hour, people told me was a complete waste of everybody's time. This is the same company, folks. And think about this. This is the same company that has to compete with All Elite Wrestling. This is the exact same company that has to compete with All Elite Wrestling. Vince has till October 4th. Because I found out today while I was on my way home from work that SmackDown Live will premiere on Fox on Friday, October the 4th in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. That is literally the same time as the MLB playoffs. Trust me, the first SmackDown show, will it probably do good numbers? Possibly, but you have the MLB playoffs to compete with over the next 3 to 4 weeks of October. And then on top of it, you got the football season, which is going to start around fucking September. So think about it. This company has some crazy, crazy competition between now and October. Just know. Just know. And I'm getting the fuck up out of here. So there you guys go. That is it, guys, for Monday Night Raw Review. If you guys enjoy Raw Review, hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below what you guys thought of Monday Night Raw tonight. If you guys are new to the channel, if you guys are sports fans like I am, or wrestling fan like I am, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. Check out episode 32, well, 31 and 32 of the Reality Podcast. I think that these two videos will be in the annotation that you see on the upper right-hand corner. It'll be right there. On the upper right-hand corner of your screen. This is the official home of the Reality Podcast, so make sure you are connecting with me on social media. Twitter, Chris from Lori, and Snapchat, Chris Most Hated. And like I said, if you guys are enjoying the content so far, hit that subscribe button down below. Ring those bells, guys, for all notifications. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live Review. I don't even know if I'm even going to review this show tomorrow. Because depending on tomorrow, if I work tomorrow, I probably might not review the show. But because there's supposed to be a lot of rain tomorrow, especially here in New York. It's supposed to be a lot of rain between now all the way to Friday. I'm looking at it right now of the weather. From now all the way to Friday. All the way to Friday. It's supposed to be raining like crazy between now and Friday. So I don't know. I'll let you guys know on Twitter if I'm gonna review the show. I probably am. I'm probably gonna review the show low-key. I'm probably gonna review the show. Depending if the Yankees and Rays game gets postponed tomorrow. Which means I will have to do a fucking double shift, which means I will come home early, and I'll give you guys content on the channel for SmackDown Live. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. Before I go, I'm going to tell you guys the schedule for this week. Obviously, you guys are getting Raw Review right now. SmackDown Review tomorrow. NXT Review, definitely NXT Review on Wednesday. Thursday, you guys are going to get Throwback Thursday. I know you guys are missing Throwback Thursday. You guys are going to get Throwback Thursday on Thursday. Friday, you guys are going to get episodes 33 and 34 of the Reality Podcast. And Friday and Sunday, I said Friday. Sunday, I will give you guys a Stomping Ground review video on Sunday. But if there's more news on Sunday afternoon, I'll give you guys a double upload on Sunday. So there you guys go. Thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share the video all over social media. I'll see you guys tomorrow for SmackDown Live Review. Until then, talk to you guys later.